50s to his name already. He's the man in form. So much of batting relies on Nazakat Khan and Babar Hayat. I think so, Mudassar.
Dependent on the top. It's only a matter of time. Can get a couple of boundaries. He could be in a position to get you those quick runs. So it's Nizakat Khan, the captain, on strike. Nicely bowled, running hard the first run. Yes and no, but a couple of runs added to the total.
What I've really felt is that Nepal in this particular tournament in the group stage haven't been tested to the way they would have wanted. They won all four. This is the wicket not getting the better part of his bat, Yasser Murtaza. And the class of Jora was always going to be holding on to such easier ones. Through the group stage as well, the top order wasn't tested the way Nepal would have wanted. The contributions not coming in. Yes, there were few contributions right in the middle. Sometimes it was Jora coming to the party. On most occasions, it was Dipendra Singh Airy. And those wins, what they did is they wiped a lot of dust under the carpet. And when it came to the final knockout games, the semi-finale, all dust that they had wiped under the carpet came to haunt them.
Feels like I'm sitting next to a great poet, Mr. Pranav Mehta. In 20th century, why don't you use the vacuum cleaner?
Certainly made you lose of words. Tough one there. We'll come back to that in the next over. Wonderful from the meat of the bat, but no justice whatsoever to that shot. Going straight to the fielder at cover point. 2 gone, 14 for 1, Hong Kong, China.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
NIC Asia बैंक पनि साथी पनि राम्रो पनि हाम्रो पनि Skyworth washing machine
यस स्काईवर्थ वाशिङ मशिनमा छ 7 मोशन डीडी मोटर जसले कडा हिलो र दागलाई पनि हटाएर गर्छ तपाईको कपडाको अल्टिमेट केयर स्काईवर्थ
स्वीकेज जडीबुटी आयुर्वेदिक हेयर ऑयल सप्तऋषि आयुर्वेद अम्बिका मार्ग पुरानो मानेश्वर
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टील
Oman Churisk, Al Hajar Mountains.
And
wonderful facilities. No two thoughts about that. Big shout out to our wonderful groundsmen here at the Oman Cricket Academy.
Hong Kong ko 14 run cha bhane aile
Karan Casey to Nazakat Khan, and he's going to be watchful to start off. Does realize that Karan Casey has a big profile. He has a lot of experience behind his back, and he's looking to make an impact. Momentum in favor of Nepal. No two thoughts about that.
Absolutely, and the best part is the way these two bowlers are bowling. They have gone for boundary initially, but good comeback. Now sticking to that wicket-to-wicket line, not giving much room to the batters is the key. The wicket of Murtaza was looking dangerous. Got a couple of boundaries to his name. Shimmy down the track. This is what happens when you play too many dot balls. Charging down, misses the line completely.
Coming back to the question, Mudassar, what do you think? Both these sides, they lost their all-important encounter in the semi-finale. They are playing the third place playoff match. They weren't tested the way they would have wanted to be, in my opinion. That's where, because the group of Oman, UAE, Bahrain, I think it was the stronger group, the tougher side to qualify. Where Oman was made to sweat in the league stage on a couple of occasions. Once again, fended it away. Such was not the case for the other group where Nepal, Hong Kong, China, these were the sides there. And that's where Nepal weren't tested to the way they would have wanted.
Especially keeping in mind such a short tournaments, yes, you can try and test your bowling department, starting with a spinner or with a fast bowler. You have that
अहिले भने
option to
हाम्रो 23 जना भ्युअर हुनुभएको
try
छ,
out a
अलि
couple of
सबैले
changes.
सेयर
But
गरौँ है,
to win such
सब्स्क्राइब
kind
गरौँ है
of
त।
tournaments, you always
नेपालले
need to have
जितेको
one
हेर्न
set
चाहनुहुन्छ भने
lineup
यसो
in the
सब्स्क्राइब
batting.
गरेर साथ
That
दिनु
was
होला।
a positive note for
हामी चाहिँ
UAE
लाइभ
as well as
गरिरहेको
for
हुन्छ अब
Oman.
चाहिँ
The
रेगुलरली।
top two batters, if you talk about Oman, Naseem Kushi and Prajapati, they gave a good start to Oman, apart from 1 or 2 games. And the same story goes with UAE, Alishan Sharfu, Mohammad Wasim. They are in outstanding form with the bat, and they always made sure to lay that foundation and got those quick runs in the power play. But wherein, if we talk about these two sides, Nepal and Oman, till date they are struggling to find that right combination top of the order.
Couldn't have put that better. Brilliant, brilliant from the likes of Karan Casey. Angling it into the right-hander, pitching and angling it away. Brilliant seam position, brilliant seam movement. Brilliant showcase of skills by Karan Casey. And he's coming to the party way towards the end. Probably a little too late, getting the outside part of the captain's bat. No runs whatsoever in this over so far. 5 dot balls. What does Nazakat have to offer with the ball to go? And he'll fend it away. A maiden in the power play. Incredible stuff from Karan Casey. Finally, he's come to be contributing Nepal. Done 14 for 1.
सरी साथीहरू, हाम्रो केही बेर चाहिँ लाइभ पज भएको थियो, केही समस्या आएको थियो है।
सक्कली तोरीको तेलमा सधैँ राग आउँछ र त्यो राग शुद्ध धारा तोरीको तेलमा सधैँ रहिरहन्छ। एनएस
In return, what happens is Sompal Kami gets the back of Nazakat Khan. This is what we mean when we say bowling in partnerships. Karan Casey and Sompal Kami. What an incredible pair. Nazakat Khan, the captain of Hong Kong, China, walks back.
असली एनर्जी असली नै रोजौ प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको
50 in the associate region. Red strikes the ball as clean as Babar Hayat. He's a powerhouse. Releases. Babar Hayat. Inside edge to the wicketkeeper. Everything is happening for Nepal here. They've come in spirited, courtesy of that wonderful Dipendra Singh Airi right at the end, just when Nepal was not even in the equation. If you're making Babar Hayat struggle,
अहिले भने
you're bowling a
सोमपाल
brilliant spell
कामीले
here.
एक विकेट ल्याउन सफल भएका छन् भने नेपालको हातमा अहिले 2 विकेट आइसकेको छ।
Better, much better here. Keeping him on the back foot is Sompal Kami. Slip into position and bowling at the right channel. Inviting the batter to go for the drive. Used to be a very formidable side if you talk about the Hong Kong, China. If we take you back to 2018, they were the winners of the edition of qualifiers. They went on to play Asia Cup in Dubai. Restricted India to a score of 274 runs. They lost that game by a margin of just 15 or 20 runs. Magnificent 90 odd runs from the blade of Nizakat. Anshuman added 70 odd runs. Used to be very good side. Not giving much room is Sompal Kami. After that we have seen the dip in their form, especially runs for shot from the blade of Anshuman Rat Nizakat. That is where the problem started for Hong Kong, China. Last year they were the semi-finalists. This year they lost the semi-final to Oman. Just posting 130. The bowlers doing a pretty good job, but it's all about the batter, especially if it's a shorter format. You need to score those runs. Give something for your bowlers to defend. It is clearly missing from this lineup of Hong Kong.
What an incredible shot. This is what we are talking about. Babar Hayat, the power of Babar Hayat, second to none. Starting off with the maximum. And just by doing so, he just showed the full face of the bat. And all the way went the ball.
Class. The number 10, Babar Hayat. A bit fuller and goes over the mid-off with ease, clearing those big boundaries and ends off with a flourish. 21 for the loss of 2 at the end of over number 4.
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या 500 XT र 550 XT
पञ्चकन्या स्टिल
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजो
बैंक पनि साथी पनि राम्रो पनि हाम्रो पनि
520 मिनेट अन नेपाल कल मात्र 265 मा
ल साथीहरु सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है, सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है त, हामीले सहयोग गरौँ है त। नेपालले आज
he's testing the skills of the Hong Kong China batters at the moment.
He needs to score, he needs to get those runs for his team. 5 balls for a couple of runs. What a way to get off to the mark. The previous over, a glorious shot off for a maximum from the blade of Babar Hayat. Look at the release and the shape. He has that knack of moving ball both the ways. This time coming into Anshuman Rat, very watchful, well managed.
One thing that I have noticed is that Nepal is a brilliant bowling side, and especially why I say that is because of the kind of fielding that they have to offer to their bowling. One of the standout sides, really fit, really athletic, and that's what adds value to their bowling. And that's where every time they get scored somewhere around 140, 150, they look like a side that is in control of things. But then when you talk about batting separately, you want to be a side that is consistently scoring 170, 180, 190, probably 200 every now and then. Flicked well, there is protection in the deep, and it's only going to be a single.
A tough job for these two, Anshuman and Babar. Nizakat. They don't have the services of Martin Kodze. A lot depends on these two. The likes of Fezaz Khan yet to follow Zishan Ali, who batted brilliantly in the semi-final, getting 39 odd runs. Nasrullah is short of runs, the youngster.
साथीहरु सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है, सबले शेयर गरौँ है। नेपालले आज जित्नु पर्छ है साथीहरु। ल नेपालले आज जितेको हेर्नु पर्छ।
What happens is that because the score line is just around 140, even though Hong Kong, China have not had the start that they would have wanted, they're still in the mix of things. They're still in the equation. If, for suppose, this score line would be somewhere around 160, 170, a start like this would wipe Hong Kong, China almost out of the equation. That's the reason you need to really bat well, and your batting side needs to come to party. I often hear that bowling side wins you championships, but I believe that it is matches that need to be won first. And for that, you need to have a really good and solid batting side.
As of now, they have the edge in Nepal, 139. It's like 160, keeping in mind they're very sharp in the field. Already we have seen the likes of Sandeep Johra taking that catch. Asif Sheikh has been brilliant behind the stumps. Got that excellent catch to get rid of Nizakat Khan. Bowling tight, not giving much room. His current case into his third over, wicketless, but not leaking too many runs.
Incredible. Showing the full face of the bat. Anshuman Rath. Yes, runs have not been on offer, but he wouldn't mind that because that will build up his confidence. 5 overs done. Hong Kong, China, 26 for the loss of 2 and fighting back.
ल अहिले भने हाम्रो 100 जना भ्युअर पुग्नु भएको छ हैन लाइभ भ्युअर सबजनाले शेयर गरौँ हैन अलि धेरै पुरा सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है त जति सक्यो शेयर गरौँ है त आज नेपालले जितेको हेर्नुपर्छ ल
श्रीकै जडीबुटी आयुर्वेदिक हेयर ऑयल सप्तऋषि आयुर्वेद अम्बिका मार्ग पुरानो मानेश्वर
national and all of it that's played around the globe. All right then, Hong Kong China finding a move on from here. This partnership holds the aces for Hong Kong China, but Nepal certainly after that impetus given by Irie in the middle towards the death overs have come back much more stronger side mentally. Lalit Rajbanshi will get the ball. He's been very economical in this tournament and has been amongst wickets as well. What an economy, a little over 6, and he'll be bowling to Anshuman Rath. Just the right time to say, Andrew, a big hello to you.
Very good afternoon. Early good evening, isn't it? The shadows lengthening across this beautiful ground. Been treated to a vista, haven't we, of views throughout.
सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है सबजनाले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है अनि लाइक पनि गरौँ है सबजनाले सबजनाले लाइक गरौँ है सबजनाले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है त
Pitches just starting to wear a touch. It feels like I watched 2 or 3 overs out there from side on. A few kept low.
अहिले भने हाम्रो ललित राजवंशीको इन्ट्री भएको छ.
This square has dished out as many as 23 matches in 9 days and still playing true across 2 venues.
88 बलमा हङकङले के 113 रन ल्याउन सक्ला त
Really has.
साथीहरुले कमेन्ट गरौ है त आज नेपालले जित्ने पोसिबिलिटी कतिको छ ल कमेन्ट गरौ है त साथीहरु यसो हामी हेरिराखौ न है.
Neither side are ahead. This third wicket partnership is key. Nepal are only in this contest really thanks to one man. Dipendra Singh Irie at it again. Cannot understand why he was all the way down at number 8, but that's for another day. It's given them hope, it's given them life. Need to defend this 140 target.
And that's a good point you made, Andrew. At number 8, obviously because Sumpal Kami too got that elevation at number 3, so his batting order was dropped down. But in future, Andrew, you think Irie now deserves the promotion of the batting order? He needs more time and deliveries at his disposal.
I'm a big proponent of flexibility in the modern
ल साथीहरु सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है त सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है त सबले लाइक गरौँ है त आज हामी नेपालले जितेको हेर्ने छौ है नेपाल
stifled appeal. And that's where what can happen is a bit of uncertainty. I don't mind if a guy's at 5 or 6 depending if it's a left or a right hand getting out. You know you're playing in the middle order, you still know your role at that point of the game. Sampal Kami at 3 today, I've said it a few times, could not get my head around it.
Good enough point. A good over to start with as well. Only 3 coming off it. End of the power plays. It's been a fine job going Nepal's way. 29 for 2.
Tapaiको असली एनर्जी Red Bull असली नेरो
सबजनाले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है त सबजनाले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है सबजनाले लाइक गरौँ है लाइभलाई यो जति सक्दो सब्स्क्राइब गरेर साथ दिनु होला अनि आज नेपालको पक्षमा भएर चाहिँ हामी गेम हेर्दैछौँ सबले कमेन्टमा चाहिँ यो लाइभ च्याटमा चाहिँ नेपाल भनेर लेखिदिनु होला है सबले नेपाल नेपाल लेखौँ त है सबले कमेन्टमा नेपाल लेख्यो है सबले कमेन्टमा नेपाल लेख्यो है नेपालको जितको लागि हामीले नेपाल लेखिराखौँ है त अहिले भने फेरि गुलसन कुमार झाको इन्ट्री भएको छ गुलसन झा चाहिँ हाम्रो एकजना उत्कृष्ट खेलाडी हुन् उनले चाहिँ बोलिङ गर्दैछन्
Absolute pleasure calling cricket with you, Andrew. Your perspective into the game just helps us think of new dimensions involved in it. So it's been absolutely wonderful.
Dandavad, my friend. Right back at you.
Soft hands in the gap. Right, Andrew, this partnership, as you mentioned, holds the key. But who do you think is that one bowler for Nepal who can actually come out there and make the breakthroughs now? They need one or two more.
Well, you could have asked me 7, 8, maybe 9 different questions there. I think I'd have given you the same answer. 3 words, one man, Dipendra Singh Airi. I think he could be critical, and I would get him into the game sooner rather than later. I'll tell you why. Left-handed batter at the crease, Ansuman Rath, who's off to a slow start. Babar Hayat, so dangerous. I get Airi into the game before the 10th.
Nice change of pace and off-cutter coming in. Oh, yes. Dipendra Singh Airi is a freak.
सबजनाले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है सबजनाले च्यानल सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है अनि सबजनाले नेपालको लागि कमेन्टमा नेपाल नेपाल लेखिराखौँ है कन्टिन्यू है साथीहरू आज हामी नेपालले जितेको हेर्नेछौँ
particularly knockout stages.
Now, without naming names, I think a few pundits, some of our co-commentators even, have been very harsh thus far this afternoon. You don't become a bad side after one game. Yes, they were beaten yesterday.
सबजनाले चाहिँ हाम्रो लाइभलाई लाइक कमेन्ट गरिदिनु होला अनि सब्स्क्राइब चाहिँ गर्नु नभुल्नु है त सब्स्क्राइब
They had the worst of the conditions yesterday, but by their own admissions, they didn't blame that. They said that we played under par, UAE deserved to win, and they congratulated them as such.
In fact, I did speak with Rohit at the presentation, and I asked him, was the toss crucial? He said that's not in our control. We don't want to think about it. They've won top 4 games in the league stages. They've qualified for the T20 World Cup. Clearly, they're a side that's filled with a lot of pedigree and class. What they'll maybe want to think about going forward is the consistency they bring in. And I have to ask you another question, Andrew. That's a good shot, a couple of runs, but he got some hand on that. Joe Wright is. Nepal at home and Nepal outside Nepal are the two different sides, Andrew.
Yeah, I got asked this morning, actually. Obviously, the modern game, your home conditions are your home conditions. Look at India at home, look at England at home, look at Australia at home. They have fortresses for a reason because they play more often in those conditions. And some fans are saying, well, why aren't Nepal playing more away from home? Well, the economics of it make it possible to play a lot of cricket in Nepal because of the fan following.
Down the leg side, poor delivery, fine up in the circle, work to do for deep square leg. Anshuman is pushing for the second, this is a good run. And I'll tell you what, Hayat was struggling at the other end. Had that been a direct hit, I reckon it could have been referred upstairs. 7 gone, it's 35 for 2.
ल सबजनाले च्यानल सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है त पल संचार मिडियालाई सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरेर साथ दिनु है त
हाम्रो पनि
फोकस निड्स फ्युल फ्युल अर्थात् फुड त्यो पनि टाइममा फर फुड फुड मान्डु
सबजनाले भिडियो लाइक पनि गरिराखौ है त सबजनाले लाइक गरौ है सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ लाइक गरौँ कमेन्टमा नेपाल लेखिराखौ है कमेन्टमा सबजनाले नेपाल लेखौँ त ल कमेन्टमा सबजनाले नेपाल लेख्यो है
Now the discussion, Andrew, over there is maybe Babar Hai trying to explain to Anshuman they need to be careful with runs in the middle of running.
I just wonder, was this a chance the last ball of the previous over? It was really good fielding from Sampal Kami out at deep backward square. Not just a good fielding, but a good piece of match awareness. He knew that Anshuman was quick enough to get back, but Babar Hyatt was dawdling. We'll see if we can pull together the replay for you, because I think what happened was, I think Gulshan Jah absent-mindedly collected the ball in front of the stumps when Dipender Singh Ari was behind him, and maybe it could have been a run-out chance from nothing.
Just like the way Lalit Rajbanshi has bowled in this competition. An economy of little over six wickets for him. He's bowling two of the biggest batters. I reckon something will give way, Andrew. 105 of 77.
Just going to see, I'm sure if we have the camera angle from the right end, but this was the last ball of the previous over, whipped off his legs by Rath. Brilliant awareness from Kami. He knew the throw was going to that end. Look at Hyatt. He's in all sorts of trouble. And if Gulshan Jah had left that, I just wonder, could Irie have got there, whipped the bails off, and maybe it could have been the third wicket. Big one.
Now that's a good observation there, Andrew, because Irie, after that, literally was trying to tell Gulshan Jah, I was right behind you for the run out. Could that be an opportunity number 3? Runs coming in singles at the moment. Nepal won't be disturbed.
भाइ सबजनाले हाम्रो यो भिडियो लाइक गरौ है सब्स्क्राइब गरौ है त अनि सबजनाले कमेन्टमा नेपाल लेख्यो है नेपाल लेख्यो है सबजनाले आज नेपालले जित्नु पर्छ ल नेपालले जित्नु पर्छ नेपालले जितेको हेर्नु पर्छ हामी ल
Zishan Ali played well yesterday, but really outside of that there hasn't been much from 5 through 11, is there? They've got that really long tail. So this partnership, it's the key one.
Very nicely bowled. A quick single, direct hit. But looks like Babar is home. Quite rightly pointed out, the depth of Hong Kong China's batting has not shown any kind of resistance or runs. Kalidas Viswanathan refers that upstairs.
Well, I just want to have a look at this, because who's at the heart of it again? Don't know if it was Powell or Irie with the throw, but the two of them swooped in. Direct hit always makes things interesting. The initial instinct from the reaction from the fielders, the umpire, and my first look is that he's home. It was Babar Hyatt who dawdled in the previous over. Look at the way in which they field. They hunt in packs. Just trying to load that replay up for you here. Babar Hyatt doesn't look too concerned.
सबजनाले च्यानल सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है त सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है त
Soft hands, gentle touch.
अनि
Yes, and they took
सबजनाले लाइक
off.
पनि
It was
गरौँ
Rohit Patil at point
सबजनाले
who came in
कमेन्टमा
quickly.
नेपाल लेखेर नेपालको
like
लागि
Babar was
आज
well and truly
जितको
home.
पक्षमा उभ्यौँ
We'll have to slow it down just to ascertain and get a confirmation.
Yeah, pretty sure that he's home, but we'll just need a better look than that. That's come through far too quickly. Great work from Powell. Really swift. And then again, good awareness from Irie. Look at Irie here, telling the end which to throw to, and also tidying up the potential overthrow. So well home, in fact, past the stumps themselves. Always good to use the technology, which I think has been a great addition to this tournament. The officiating's been good. The use of the third umpire has been very good. In fact, the tournament as a whole, it's been cracking, isn't it? I can't think of a bad game.
Absolutely, Andrew. The percentage of accuracy has enhanced with technology coming in and made this competition even more superior. Nicely played. This is good cricket. But it'll only keep it to a single. Nepal are very, very alert inside the 30-yard circle and in the outfield as well. Another over where the boundaries have not come.
ल सबजनाले लाइक गरौ है सबजनाले
single to end the
कमेन्टमा
over.
नेपाल लेखौ है सबजनाले
Babar will retain
कमेन्टमा
strike.
नेपाल लेखौ है आज नेपालले जित्नै पर्छ ल
8 gone. It's 40 for 2.
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या 500 XT र 550 XT पञ्चकन्या स्टिल तपाईको असली एनर्जी असली नै रोजो स्विकेश जडीबुटी आयुर्वेदिक हेयर ऑयल सप्तऋषि आयुर्वेद अम्बिकामार्ग पुरानो मानेश्वर 520 मिनट ऑल नेपाल को मात्र 265 मा
Goshen Jha to continue here. Just wonder, is Powell thinking about when does he get, well, two men in. Firstly, Dipender Singh Ari, and secondly, Abanesh Bahar. Didn't bowl yesterday, Bahara.
Pulls it. I reckon he's just about keeping them. A moment a wicket falls here, that's when Irie or Bora will be introduced, because the Babar Hayat threat is maybe looming large on the mind of Rohit Paudel at this stage. Andrew, you have a bowler like Abhinash Bora who's had his moments in the game, but you've not played him in the semis, and now as well, you've not yet brought him till the 12th over. A reason?
Certainly, well, he did play yesterday, but he didn't do anything. He batted very briefly at the end, and then you can almost see him in the field, almost trying to catch the captain's eye. Am I going to have a bowl, skipper?
Now, why I'm asking you this question is because in T20 cricket, sometimes you need options, you need backups, you need variety. He brings in all of it, but yet he's not getting a full quota of 4 or even 1 or 2 overs.
Yeah, and look, certainly he's had a pretty good tournament too. He came in probably under a little pressure, but he's been in the wickets. He's been economical for the death overs for me. That'll have to be re-bowled, that's wide. But he's picked up a wicket in every game he's bowled in. In all 4 of the group games, he had 7 wickets to his name, an economy rate in and around 8, which is okay at the death, particularly when you're bowling, well, either 13, 15, 17, 19, or sometimes 14, 16, 18, 20, the 4 toughest overs in an innings. As Isaac Khan found out in the first innings, thanks to Dipender Singh Irie. I just think there was an air of desperation, wasn't there? They went to Bertel because they had so few runs on the board. Surely he will bowl today.
Oh, he goes big. And that will go the distance as well. Very good shot in the slot. Babar Hayat will not miss out. That's the maximum.
This is why I would have had Irie bowling this over. I think pace on has tended to travel today, apart from at the very top. That's a great shot. Gets it all the way for 6. The man out at cover sweeper. He's quite square. He's more of a cover point sweeper than a deep cover. I think even if he'd been 5 yards to his right, it would have gone over his head. That was struck with ferocious power from Babar Hayat. Outstanding batting. And yeah, remember Bahara, player of the match, as you just said to me, in the last clash between these two teams with 3 for 29. A little bit of pressure on Jha with 3 deliveries left in the over.
Much better. Hong Kong finally get to their 50-run mark as well. It's taken them some time and trouble too.
ल सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ त ल सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है अनि सबले नेपाल लेखौँ है त कमेन्टमा अनि लाइक पनि गरौँ है सबजनाले ल सबजनाले लाइक गरौँ सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ अनि कमेन्टमा नेपाल लेखौँ त कमेन्टमा नेपाल लेखौँ है आज नेपालले जितेको हेर्नुपर्छ
The captain brings him in depending on the situation and he attacks or he becomes a defensive bowler depending again on where the match stands. So he has multiple roles to offer as a bowler in the side. This partnership just seems to be getting a little threatening now for Nepal.
Yeah, certainly you sense it. If these two here are still here at the end of the 15th over, it's advantage Hong Kong. In fact, it could be an inexorable advantage. It could be such... They put on 35. It hasn't come overly quickly off 32 balls, but it hasn't needed to just yet because that required run rate's still in check. It's under 8. Babar's still there.
अनि 30 वर्षको साथ
स्वस्तिक सोयाबिन तेल 30 वर्षको विश्वास
मात्र एक फेभरेट नाउ अब 8 थरीका जेल बारहरू नयाँ पियामा मेगा सेलिब्रेसन प्याकमा त्वचा रहन्छ सफ्ट एन्ड ह्याप्पी
Split this partnership. Wouldn't it be good to do it now before the drinks break?
Well, Hong Kong, China certainly are batting to a plan over here. Both the batters are aware the low order hasn't been tested much and short of confidence, so it depends on how far they can take this team through. Lalit Rajavanshi, a word on him, Andrew, raised his hand and done exceptionally well, economy and wickets.
He's bowled really well. He's probably been a bit of the unsung hero for Nepal throughout this tournament, actually. I think by own admittance, he's probably been a better ODI bowler thus far in his international career than T20I, but there's been a bit of that just because of the amount of opportunity he's had in this format. He's starting to work it out, isn't he? An economy under 7 with wickets in the mix. It's very, very good from the 25-year-old. And look, he's had to step into a role that he didn't have before because obviously Sandeep Lamachani isn't around now for Nepal anymore. So it's Rajbanshi who's the premier spinner, and rightly so. I still don't know why Irene isn't bowling his full quota in most games. He's impacted every game he's played in with whatever he's done.
Very well bowled again. You've got to find the right length. Is Nepal missing an extra specialist spinner, Andrew?
Yeah, I think big time. And I don't know, is it Mausam Dakal who needs to be given an extended run, the leg spinner? What every team wants is they want extreme pace and they want wrist spin in the modern T20 game. You want bowlers who can get it up over 140 and you can get wickets with that, and then you want wrist spinners who can turn it both ways. They don't grow on trees. It takes time to develop them and invest in them. There's a young left arm wrist spinner, Tul Bahadur Thapa, I think the world of back in Nepal. Too. Mausam Dakal's had a few goes with his wrist spin. It certainly feels as though you're right though, Mikhail. There is just one frontline spinner missing. The other one I really like is Surya Tamang. But Surya Tamang, just at the wrong time, just as he came into contention, has gone down with a shoulder injury. I think he should be coming back soon, but it'll probably be too late for the T20 World Cup. And he's very inexperienced at the top level, but brilliant in domestic cricket, leading wicket taker in the PM Cup in January. 31, I think he had in his 9 games. They have lots of left-arm spin options. Sagar Dakal's another one, very good bowler. Shahab Alam, he was superb against the Irish Wolves.
Oh yes, there's a lot of variety and options, and bench strength looks very good for Nepal as well. At the halfway mark, Hong Kong, China require 83 runs from 60 balls, 10 gone, it's 57 for 2. A quick water break as well in this oppressive heat conditions here.
पञ्चकन्या एसएस ट्याग 10 वर्षदेखि गुणस्तरीय सेवामा समर्पित
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौ फोकस दिस फ्युल फ्युल अर्थात् फुड त्यो पनि टाइममा फर फुड मान्डु
Gold Star Shoes presents ACC Men's Premier Cup Oman 2024, powered by Panchakanya Steel, NIC Asia Bank, energized by Red Bull.
Step in to rhythm, feel the Gold Star beat. Go Gold Star, feel the street. Cool and comfy, stride in style. Life's your runway, my life to my woo. Go Gold Star.
Prime Billet बाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या 500 XT र 550 XT पञ्चकन्या स्टिल
NIC Asia बैंक पनि साथी पनि राम्रो पनि हाम्रो पनि
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौ
Skyworth washing machine?
Yes, Skyworth washing machine मा छ 7 motion DD motor जसले कडा हिलो र दागलाई पनि हटाएर गर्छ तपाईको कपडाको अल्टिमेट केयर
Skyworth Sweeties जडीबुटी आयुर्वेदिक हेयर ऑयल सप्तऋषि आयुर्वेद अम्बिका मार्ग पुरानो मानेश्वर फोकस दिस फ्युल अर्थात् फुड त्यो पनि टाइममा फर फुड मान्डु
Gold Star Shoes presents ACC Men's Premier Cup Oman 2024. Powered by Panchakanya Steel, NIC Asia Bank, energized by Red Bull.
Step in to rhythm, feel the gold star beat. Go gold star, feel the street. Cool and comfy style. Life's your runway, mile after mile. Go gold star.
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या 500 XT र 550 XT पञ्चकन्या स्टिल
NIC Asia ब्याङ्क पनि साथी पनि राम्रो पनि हाम्रो पनि
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
Skyward washing machine?
Yes, Skyworth washing machine मा छ 7 motion DD motor जसले कडा हिलो र दागलाई पनि हटाएर गर्छ तपाईको कपडाको अल्टिमेट केयर
Skyworth Sweeties जडीबुटी आयुर्वेदिक हेयर ऑयल सप्तऋषि आयुर्वेद अम्बिका मार्ग पुरानो मानेश्वर
फोकस दिस फ्यूल फ्यूल अर्थात फूड त्यो पनि टाइममा For food, Foodman do.
And they're through.
Easier said than done sitting out here, Pranav. I reckon 5 6s is a huge ask for Babar, not because he already hit 9 in one game. But yes, that's the way he'll be looking at it.
No, that's exactly why I said that's how power hitters look at things. They calculate runs in terms of sixes. The difference between run and ball is just around 24, 20, 23, 24 if I have my math right. And that's where if they get 5 sixes, it'll be run a ball. And that's how power hitters look at things.
Oh yes, he got E3 of 35 the other day against Malaysia. 9 sixes to him. That was Babar Hayat for you. He put on a show. Everybody was still recovering from the big hits. And they were all clean strikes, Pranav. In any ground, those would have been sixes. That's how dangerous he can get once he's in his groove. I reckon something about this drinks break may bring about a change in his approach.
What they need is that license. In that match, in that particular match, their back was against the walls. They were right out. Pitching outside the leg probably would be signaled as leg buys. Won't be.
Some bat on that maybe. Then pick the slow delivery. Anshuman Rath suggesting. And then now Mr. Murshid Ali Khan realizes that may have taken the pad and gone for a single. For a run rather. Kami has bowled well today. Amongst wickets, the 2 wickets that have fallen courtesy Sompal's brilliance with the ball. Anshuman Rath has been a little overcautious in this innings. Quite understandably, he's not been amongst runs. Look at that, 20-23, a strike rate inside 100. Now Babar has had to make up for that. He's also not batting his personality. Usually 26 would be in 12, knowing Babar Hayat. But this is a plan.
12, 2 balls too many. With the likes of Babar Hayat. Such an incredible. Everything that comes out of his bat travels a long distance. This is up in the air. There is a fielder coming underneath it, and he is going to be holding on to that. What an incredible catch, diving forward.
Sompal Kami strikes for the 3rd time. The big man Babar Hayat departs. Nepal knows how big a wicket this is. Just not able to get the elevation and distance.
नेपालले अहिले चाहिने 1 विकेट लिएर
Bhurtel with that catch.
विकेट थपेको छ
Nepal
भुटेलले हाम्रो
right
क्याच
back in
हान्ने
this
हाम्रो
contest
कुशल
and
भुटेलले
now they'll be sniffing an
अहिले भने
opportunity
नेपालले
here.
3 विकेट हात
Hayat
पारेको
walks back
छ
for 26 in 25. Hong Kong, China.
ल गाइस सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है अनि कमेन्टमा सबले नेपाल लेखौँ है सबले नेपाल लेखौँ ल भिडियो सबले लाइक गरौँ त
पैसा पठाऊ ठाउँ पठाऊ मोबाइल नम्बर
अकाउन्ट नम्बर र पर्सनल क्युआरबाट पैसा पठाउने वा पाउने सबैभन्दा छिटो, सहज र सुरक्षित माध्यम फोन पे डिटेल।
Getting promoted with the bat, performing with the ball. In walks Mohammad Azaz Khan. The strike rate ever so impressive, just around 140.
What a time to get Hyatt's wicket. Nepal right back in the mix. Sompal Kami the star so far.
Shot wide, cut, over point. And 4 runs on the very first delivery for Azaz Khan. He was never going to miss out on an opportunity like that. This is bread and butter for Azaz Khan.
And that's a very poor delivery to a new batter. He's just walked in and you give him something short and wide outside off. It's hello and welcome delivery. And Azaz Khan says, thank you very much. I'll just use the pace.
They are in good control of the situation at the moment, Nepal. Don't want to be missing out. Sompal Kami, 3 wickets to his name already. Would want to add to that tally.
This equation is still within the grasp of Hong Kong China. If they bat sensibly, they get some big overs, they are through. 11 gone at 65 for 3.
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल।
ब्याङ्क पनि साथी पनि राम्रो पनि हाम्रो पनि।
पैसा पठाउँ ठाउँको ठाउँ, मोबाइल नम्बर, अकाउन्ट नम्बर
सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है।
Azaz Khan. Against the spin of Dipendra Singh Airy. For the very first time he's been introduced in this game. Airy, so important to this Nepalese side.
Not surprised here. The moment Hyatt has gone back to the dugout, Airy has been introduced into the bowling attack. The Hyatt threat to a spinner coming into him was something that was playing on the back of the mind of Rohit Paudel. We did discuss that when Andrew was on comms, Pranav. It's been Airy versus most of the teams in this competition.
He's a thinking bowler, thinking cricketer in total. The way he comes into bowl, be kept down to 1.
$72 and 50. Anshuman Rath still very much there.
ल सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है। ल सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है हाम्रो
च्यानललाई।
मिडियालाई सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ ल।
A special milestone here for Anshuman Rath in this particular game. Now he's got to 1,000 T20 international runs. 45 games for him. And his average of something close to 25. A strike rate at a modest 110. But yes, 1,000 T20 international runs for the Southpaw. And this is poor fielding.
He's been there around for Hong Kong for a while. 12 gone, 71 for 3 Hong Kong China.
Step in to rhythm, feel the gold star, feel gold star.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं। 520 मिनेट अल नेपाल कल मात्र 265 मा।
ब्याङ्क पनि साथी पनि राम्रो पनि हाम्रो पनि।
श्रीकेश जडीबुटी आयुर्वेदिक हेयर ऑयल सप्तऋषि आयुर्वेद अम्बिकाबार पुरानो बानेश्वर।
$71 for 3. As Abhinash Bora comes in to strike, and immediately he's treated with disparity here. A boundary of the very first delivery.
Well, he's been greeted and treated with utter disdain. Shot and wide. Anshuman Rath has been there right from the start. This is bread and butter shot for him. Slashed and slashed hard. And this is where Nepal have to be careful. They can't let this momentum shift. 65 or 47, one good over, and it all changes.
At the moment, Nepal need a better side of Avinash Bora. He's one of those go-to pace bowlers towards the death for Nepal. And in this final phase, they want the best of Avinash Bora.
Oh yes, he's been amongst wickets in every game. He's walked away with the Player of the Match award, 3 for 29 for him against Hong Kong, China and the league stages. Very nice boy to talk to as well. Delivering the goods for his captain.
At the moment, they're just looking to deal in singles, build a partnership, get it as close as possible.
This man is so quick. That throw.
ल सबले सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है अनि सबले लाइक गरौँ त ल सबले लाइभ च्याटमा चाहिँ हाम्रो कमेन्टमा चाहिँ
hurry in the end. He took off. He was outside his crease, but look at that. There, the desperation.
Very quick, very quick. He's a brilliant athlete, Dipendra Singh Harry. And look how he's made a match out of nothing. Probably just those final 10
ल सबले
deliveries
लाइभ
that
च्याटमा
made
नेपाल
the
लेख्नु है
difference.
नेपालले आज जितेको हेर्नुपर्छ अनि नेपालको लागि तपाईहरुले के सजेसन दिन चाहनुहुन्छ कमेन्ट गर्नु होला है त सबले अनि यो सबले च्यानल सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ त सबजनाले च्यानल सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है धेरैले च्यानल सब्स्क्राइब गर्नु भएको छैन है सबजनाले च्यानल सब्स्क्राइब गरेर हामीलाई साथ दिनु है त
Bora, can he get a wicket?
हामी चाहिँ रेगुलरली अब क्रिकेट लाइभ गर्ने छौँ हैन अनि अब यो सबले चाहिँ हाम्रो च्यानल
Big one, big one, big one. Can he get a wicket was the ask from Mikhail. This was up in the air for a very long time. Two fielders coming across.
अहिले एउटा विकेट आउन सक्छ
None coming to the occasion though.
भएन अविनाशले चाहिँ
No, this was in the air for a very long time. I reckon somebody should have gone in with a dive or maybe just taken a call. Mid deep at wicket and long on, both converging. He gets the toe end of the bat, didn't quite connect it. I felt this should have at least seen an effort. It falls right in between the two of them. Malla there.
For sure. Believe at least a dive is what it deserved. Although, in the hindsight, 13 overs gone, 80 for 3, Hong Kong, China.
Kanya SS Tag 10 वर्षदेखि गुणस्तरीय सेवामा समर्पित
बैंक पनि साथी पनि राम्रो पनि हाम्रो पनि
520 मिनट ऑन नेपाल कॉल मात्र 265 मा हरेक निर्माणको धडकन युनाइटेड सिमेन्ट्स
60 or 42, want to believe it's advantage Hong Kong, China at this stage. They have wickets. Irie to continue.
What do you do when you're Anshuman Rath? 27 of 30, he's never got going. Do you go for the equation? Hold on.
Look how quick. Look at the recovery. Now, long gone had some ground to cover. Irie says, don't bother. I'll take care of it.
It's so important to be a...
Nice delivery underneath the bat yet again. He does it time and again.
Anshuman Rath needs to get going. 28 of 31 for him. He is against the quality of Dipendra Singh Harry. Dancing down the wicket, over covers. This is probably one of the shot of the days for Anshuman Rath. And it's an important time to get it. They were struggling, Hong Kong, China. Boundaries were hard to find by, and that's when Anshuman Rath, striking one of the better bowlers of Nepal, Deependra Singh Airi overcovers, no chance whatsoever for anybody. 32 of 32. And rotating the strike, running hard, they're pushing for the second. Yes, yes, no, no. And no it is. 7 runs of the over so far. Deependra Singh Airi won't mind it. Is that a catch? Is that... Mohammad Azaz Khan is going to be walking back, and it's trouble times as Hong Kong China reel down to 87 for the loss of 4.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी असली नै रोजो रेड बुल क्वालिटीमा बेस्ट रोजैमा पहिलो एक मात्र ओरिजिनल सबैभन्दा जोसिलो रेड बुल इज ब्याक तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजो
मात्र एक फेभरेट नाउ अब 8 थरीका जेलबारहरू नयाँ पियामा मेगा सेलिब्रेसन प्याकमा त्वचा रहन्छ सफ्ट एन्ड ह्याप्पी.
This is the third place playoff match between Hong Kong, China and Nepal. And the prize. You win and you get your ticket to the emerging cup. You lose, you don't get anything. So everything to play for in these remaining 6 overs. And along me, my dear friend, or just like
lightning quick. First it was Irie, then what a backup from the bowler himself, putting that all effort. They know the importance of each and every run here.
Look at that backup. If we get a chance to see the backup. And it is Deependra Singh Airi. Look at the way he's charged all the way across, full stretch dive to make sure that there are no extras.